Here's the truth no one tells you. Confidence is not a personality trait that you're born with. It's not something that's only reserved for very specific people. It is a skill, and today I'm going to show you how you can build it. Hi, friends, welcome to my channel. I am your HR friend and your coach, Sana. Today, we're going to talk about something that does not get enough honest conversation, believe me, and that is confidence. I'm not talking about the kind of confidence that's only on a motivational poster. I'm talking about the kind that helps you show up every day, take steps forward, and help you get to where you truly want to be. I've seen so many of my Indian friends working abroad, living in Western countries, completely overwhelmed by the new environment and stuck in a constant loop, in a way, and completely let go of their goals, letting it sit on a shelf, collecting dust. Trust me, I've been there too. Have you ever set goals and not achieved them only because you have lacked the confidence? I sure have. I'll give you an example. This channel, by the way, it's been a long time dream of mine. But for some reason, I've been giving excuse after excuse. And when I thought about it more, the reason was that I just lacked the confidence. I was not confident enough. But finally, we are here. I could have saved some time starting this a long time back. Well, now we're here anyway. I'm sure you have your own unaccomplished goals in the back of your mind, just that you were never confident enough to take the next step towards it. Not because you lack the skill or talent, only because the confidence hasn't shown up yet. And here's what I've learned from watching people succeed in different kinds of corporate Australia, India, and this is the secret. Success doesn't come first, action does. And in this video, we are going to deep dive into some of the very practical tips that we can use in our work lives, especially to manage the anxieties that show up as a result of lack of confidence. Practical tip number one, focus on things that you can control. And what can you control? Your inputs, your efforts, and your actions. What you can't control are the outcomes, what people think of you, what's going on in their minds, the job market, the interviewer, or what he's thinking, the examiner. For example, if you are preparing for an exam, don't obsess over the grades, but instead focus on the number of hours you're actually putting in to prepare for that exam. Same thing with job hunting. Don't obsess over getting the job offer at the end, but instead focus on how you're preparing your resume, how you're practicing for the interview, and how many applications you're actually sending. That actually matters. Outcomes are a consequence of your actions. But listen to this, outcomes are also influenced by other factors outside of your control. So don't be too hard on yourself if the outcome doesn't go your way. Give yourself credit for the amount of work that you have put in. Because the moment when we start measuring ourselves by the outcome, then we could easily lose confidence. And when we lose confidence, anxiety start developing and we stop moving forward altogether. I keep reminding myself not to let perfection get in the way of progression. Think of it like a pot plant. You bring it home from the shops one day, give it lots of sunlight, put it in the right soil, give it the right amount of water, and sleep over it. Next day, what happens? My guess is nothing. Nothing would have happened. But it takes a few days of constant effort. You give it the right amount of sunlight, water, put it in the right environment, and before you know it, you'll get one flower, two flowers, or even more. That's how success and confidence grow. It doesn't take one big moment for it to pop up next day, but instead, it takes a consistent effort. It takes a few days of small progressions. That's how you see success and confidence. And success and confidence comes exactly like that, compounding from small efforts and small steps. And when you can focus on what you can control, you'll be empowered by your progression and not be defeated by the results. Trust me. Practical tip number two, reflect on feedback. Now you are focusing on your actions and your effort. That's great. But are you paying attention to what that action is actually telling you? Track what you're doing. Are you really putting those 3 hours of study every day? Are you putting in the effort that's required for the interview preparation? Great. So now let's focus on what's happening next. You should probably get better grades, or at least you start to. And same with jobs. You should start getting more interview callbacks. Now, pay close attention to this because this signal is key. This momentum means that you are going in the right direction, and please continue to follow suit. But on the other hand, if the feedback is not what you really hoped for, please don't spiral out of control, but pay more attention to what is actually going wrong. Are you really putting in those 3 hours of study? Are you focusing on the right subject material? Or maybe your resume is not telling the right story. What's going on? This is not failure, but this is data, and this is so important for us to recalibrate and move in the right direction, basically. Here's what I want you to stop doing. Please stop measuring your failure. Looking at just the wrong things and all the things that went wrong is only going to take away and chip away your motivation. It's going to drain your energy. But instead, measure your consistency, measure your commitment. Pat yourself on the back for showing up every day towards your goal. Listen, clarity about your goals, they matter, but clarity about the steps that you take towards those goals, they matter the most because that is going to help you build your confidence. Practical tip number 3, take ownership. This is the hardest, but it's also the most powerful. You got to pay attention to your own self, what you do, and how you do it. What is your pattern? What is your habit? What derails you? What takes you off the track? What disciplines you? What drains your energy? What fills it back up? Think of yourself. Take a week or two to write it down. Trust me, you'll be genuinely surprised by what you find about your own self. Find people in your group who genuinely encourage you and help you develop. Please stay away from people who are toxic and make you feel miserable. Move away from them. Trust me. You don't need to give any explanation. You don't need to feel sorry about it. It's not worth your energy or your time. Improve your skills, knowledge, and abilities that help you grow and push you towards your goal. Practice and practice more to increase your competence. Say, for example, if public speaking is an area of challenge or if it's hindering your growth, then take lessons, rehearse, and practice. Practice in front of your friends. Get feedback, refine, and adjust. Be committed and stay disciplined. And trust me, you will get much better at it before you even realize. And most importantly, please stop seeking external validation. Please stop asking for somebody else's approval for you to take every step. But instead, look inward. What are your values? What do you want to achieve? And are you taking the right steps towards your goals? Of course, you can seek support outside from mentors, from coaches, from support systems. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own career, your own degree, and your own life. And that's not pressure, that is empowerment. And take ownership of your own discipline because nobody else is going to do that for you. And nobody else can be blamed if you don't either. In the end, success is not one big moment, it's not one big step, it's a collection of 1,000 small steps, everyday effort, done consistently over and over again, and it takes its time. It's not about the dream so much, it's about the steps that you take every day in reaching that goal and that dream. So, to bring it all together, confidence is not something that we're going to be waiting for. It is something that we build one small step at a time by focusing on what we can control, our efforts, our inputs, our actions, and our daily steps, and then receiving the feedback, analyzing it, recalibrating when needed, and then never focusing on the outcomes. We take ownership of our own growth, our habits, and our discipline. Success comes to us before we even realize. Success is not going to be something that another person is going to hand over to you, but instead, you're going to build it yourself by showing up every single day, even on the days that you don't feel ready. Because success is not one big leap, it's a collection of 1,000 baby steps that compound over time. Start today, start now, start small, and trust the process. If this resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe. That would definitely encourage me. You know what? I've got more things planned for this channel. So please make sure to tell me what is that one goal that you have been putting off because I would love to hear it in the comments. See you in the next one.